All right, what's going on, big dogs? So, as we all know, the world is just full of some of the worst people imaginable, just terrible people inside and out. And many of them are people that we would never guess are bad people. Many kidnappings, for instance, are actually committed by somebody who is extremely close to the family and not just some random stranger in a white van that says free candy on the side, like Hollywood would have you believe. But in today's video, this is not the case. We actually know who this person is, and we all know who he is very well. And of course, we are talking about the one and only P. Diddy, because there are now even more accusations against the diddler, who for years has been being called out for being the monster that he is. In fact, not since Godzilla have I seen such a massive, giant monster like P. Diddy. But I guess at least in Godzilla's defense, he actually came to help humanity in the end, where Diddy has just come to diddle. And as we will soon find out, he is a massive, massive piece of shit. Because a lawyer from the Houston area has now come out with over 120 new accusations against Diddy, and they plan to press charges on all of these. And they were from people who were as young as 9 at the time of their meeting with Diddy the Diddler. And according to the lawyer, there have been over 3,000 phone calls to their firm that have come in, and they have at least confirmed, or at the very least had very solid evidence that Diddy or one of his acquaintances were involved in the act with these people who have called in with these accusations. And there are a lot of acts that he is about to be pressed with, but I'm going to let the lawyer explain some of this, kind of give you at least a brief rundown, and then I will explain some things that weren't said in the video that were kind of left out but have been posted other places, because this is just opening a whole can of whoop ass on Diddy right now. So let's dive into this.
A new Diddy bombshell. Houston-based lawyer Tony Busby made the revelation today.
The claims we intend to bring will include the following: violent sexual assault or rape, sexual abuse, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, false imprisonment, compelling prostitution, sexual misconduct, dissemination of video recordings, false imprisonment, sexual abuse of minors.
Busby says the victims include both men and women, and he says some of them were minors.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
And he says there's evidence to prove it.
You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals.
Diddy is being held without bail on federal criminal charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy.
All right, so as you heard, he is being hit with a laundry list of awful, terrible accusations. Obviously, he was drugging people so that he could sleep with them. He was putting like horse tranquilizer in people's drinks and all sorts of awful, terrible things that we have found out about him recently. But this guy also, like I said, received thousands of phone calls of people complaining about Diddy. And like he said in the video there, a lot of these cases, 55% of them, at least for the ones that they have confirmed Diddy probably was involved with, they reported this. They reported this at the hospital they went to or to the police later on, and nothing has come of it, which I think shows a lot of the power that these people have and why it's so hard for these people to get caught. Not only is it already difficult to, get somebody for the charges that Diddy is being pressed with, but then when somebody has this power, has this aura around them where he has a bunch of people backing him, he has a bunch of people that are backing his alibi, even if they're lying for him and lying with him, if you want to put it that way, they're still there giving an alibi, and it makes it really tough for the police or for any justice system to actually come in and arrest this guy unless they have set evidence against him, because as you all know, you are innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent, which is something that I think has been getting really messed up nowadays. But in this case, I think it would almost have been best to just get the guy, lock him up, and then figure it out, because this stuff is absolutely disgusting what he has done. And I hope this guy rots for the rest of his life, because this stuff is disgusting and very disturbing. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on what he's done. Most of us should probably know by now, like I said at the end of the video, what he's being charged with already and why he's being held in a federal prison. But the other thing that really wasn't mentioned in this was the acquaintances that apparently he has. So the lawyer has said that there is a lot of acquaintances that have helped Diddy with his project, I guess if you want to put it that way, with his sex trafficking project and his, child trafficking project that he's been doing. And a lot of them, according to this guy, are going to surprise us. Now, personally, I'm somebody who has kept up with Hollywood. I like to listen to politics. I like to listen to, what's going on in the world, I guess. And there are next to no celebrities that I would be surprised about. Maybe Keanu Reeves. If Keanu Reeves was put on that list and they were like, yeah, he knew about this and he was like helping out with this, then I would probably be surprised because Keanu Reeves doesn't even hang out with these type of people. He's somebody who's always just done his own thing, and other celebrities have said the same exact thing. He doesn't go to celebrity parties. He doesn't hang around with these kind of people. He just does his own thing and wants to be left alone like, like a normal run-of-the-mill person. So I don't imagine seeing him on the list just because, again, it's Keanu Reeves. But I have seen people throwing names out there like Kevin Hart, Leonardo DiCaprio, and all other these like massive celebrities that people would like feel bad if they were caught, but I really wouldn't be surprised. There's already been evidence that both of those celebrities have been around P. Diddy, have been at P. Diddy parties, have celebrated with him, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of people out there who I'm sure aren't big names that are going to be on this list. But at the end of the day, I just really hope that everybody who is involved in this does get caught and does get, sentenced. Justice does get served, I guess is the best way to put it. But I do have to say, the thing that just really surprised me was the amount of people that have come forward, that have said things about this man, that have pressed charges in the past, or have at least wanted to press charges in the past. They have brought things forward to police. They have brought forward things to, nursing staff, hospital staff, when they have been brought back from these, bad experiences with Diddy. And nothing has been done about it, really. Nothing has ever come of it until now, and it had to become a whole goose chase. Now, again, it sucks to hear that it took this long to get there, but I'm really hoping that these people won't look at the justice system as like a failure and sit there and go, oh, well, they should have done this earlier. I do hope that people look at it and go, you know what? It took time, but we got him. This is kind of like, it's not even close to when we got Osama bin Laden, but it took time. We got the guy, all right? Don't go hating on the justice system because it took some time. It's a tedious fucking process, people. I stated this earlier. It's hard. Again, you have to have proof beyond a reasonable doubt that this person has been committing these crimes, right? And you need the jury to vote unanimously. You can't have one person hung up, or you're going to have a hung jury and nothing's going to happen. So getting this evidence and making sure that this person does get the correct punishment, does get the correct sentencing, is very important, because if they were just to throw him out there and then they only get him with a small sentence and he's in there for 5 years, and then they find out that it was 10 times worse and he should have been locked up for life, well, it's too late. They already charged him with it. And he only got 5 years, or he only got 1 year. Who freaking knows? Maybe he only got parole. So this is a very tedious process, and I am waiting to hear more information as it comes out. It's not something that I've been following like to a T, just because I think most people are kind of waiting for like the end result, are kind of waiting for everything to come out and then make kind of like one big video on it. But I've seen a few people talking about this instance here just because it's so many people at once coming forward. Again, thousands of people coming forward and saying that this guy was a piece of shit. That's a lot of people. Like, that's a lot of people to come forward, and that's very damning. And then to have 120 of them already be confirmed, basically, like, that's crazy. But anyways, guys, I just kind of wanted to update you on the situation. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or Diddy will come get you. Okay, no, that was bad. I'm sorry. I don't think I can put that in the video. But anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for your like and support over the last few months. The channel's been doing very well, so thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video, and until the next video, guys, Godspeed.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.